Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Mara28. I am currently inside the bottom floor of my tower that I've really not made any progress on. Over the course of the past few days, the main thing that I have been doing is finishing up working on the outer facade of the building. I pretty much have all but one side done so far, so this is going pretty good. I just need to put some windows in here and finish up the very back side and find out why that keeps disconnecting. Not too terribly worried though, to be honest. I think it's just visual. And I still have to get this side, but other than that, I have the vast majority of all that stuff done. And I have to tell you, putting down that many carpenter blocks is mind-numbing. It's not hard. Oh, I have to also put more skystone on there, but I need more skystone before I can do that. This right here is the part that makes it really mind-numbing. For some reason, when I was originally doing this, I was able to hold shift and put down the carpenter slope, and it would come out just perfect. It would force it to be the regular slope position. It's not working now. If I hold shift and try to put it down, it just doesn't do anything. And because of that, I have to put it down regularly, and it kind of deforms trying to touch all other carpenter blocks near it. And I just have to come through here at a later point with a carpenter's hammer and give it a few whacks until it gets nice and sloped. I am working on a little side project actually that I'm really excited to see if I can do anything with it, which is just basically a magic themed magic themed mod pack based around Thaumcraft and Flaxbeard steam power. And so far it's pretty neat the way it's turning out. One of the things I'm trying to do is make it so that the mods and the pack itself work together. So for example, I have magic crops in here, and that, well, not here, I have magic crops in that pack that I'm working on. And magic crops itself is fairly simple to get into. I mean, it's once you get enough essence, you can pretty much do whatever you want. What I am doing in an effort to try to make things like a little bit more coherent is I'm trying to tie magic crops into either, like, say, Botania or Thaumcraft or something, because it is a really strong mod once you get it going. So what I have done so far is I've actually made it so that it's possible to craft the crop seeds for magical crops using the Petal Apothecary in Botania. So like I can toss 4 pieces of charcoal, the 4 of the, I think it's the weak essences, and then a seed, and then it gives me the cold seed, which I think is really neat. It is not necessarily as easy to automate as it is to, say, do a stack at a time in a crafting table, and I'm okay with that. I would like it to be something that is neat to have, but I can't readily abuse or make insane use out of. Anyway, before my adventure starts here today, though, I want to get a few things. Namely, these warrior tags. I want to get at least one of these guys. And what we're going to do, we're actually going to use this on the monosteel sword here. This is from description tags, and I believe, I honestly don't know, I believe this should track the number of kills that I get with this sword. Yeah. So this is kind of like if you ever played Team Fortress 2 and you had like a strange weapon or whatever that had the little tracker stuff. Pretty neat. Alright, so we got that. So now whenever I kill something, that number will go up. And it's just there for bragging rights. I still think it's kind of neat, though. There's also another one that is of the, I think it is, so that was of the warrior. I think the other one's of the butcher, and it tracks any kills, not just monster kills. Alright, in preparation for this, I have actually deleted my Twilight Forest dimension. So what I go through here is going to actually be a new world. So we're not going to have any remnants of a digital miner going through here. None of the areas where I clear-cut trees for charcoal or anything. So it should be a brand new world, which means brand new world lag. So we're going to hop on through, and then once we get in, we're going to give it a second to finish generating up. And then as soon as that is ready, we'll actually see what we have in store for us. It should be pretty much the same thing, but we'll see what it does. If the world ever loads. Alright, welcome to the Twilight Forest. Now, I have been here before, though that was with the sole intent and purpose of just pillaging this place for resources, not giving any real heed to what the dimension itself offered. We're definitely going to be paying heed to it this time. I am not going back through this portal until I have some more experience with some of the things that are offered up in the Twilight Forest. If we come over here to the achievements tab and go to Twilight Forest. So far, what I have done is I have actually killed the Naga and gotten the Shimmering Scale thing, so I should be able to go into a Lich's Tower if I find one. So that is my next goal, is to find a Lich Tower, to ascend it, and to kill the Lich. At that point, I should be able to go into the Dark Forest, I believe. I think that's what it is. It's either that or that's the swamps. It might be the swamps. No, I think it's the swamps. Anyway, I do want to progress on that. I also want to make myself a little map. It's the magic map or whatever it's called. Let's see. Plus there's a bunch of other stuff here, like kill a red cap in a small hollow hill, kill a sapper, wraith. Yeah, so it's just a lot of stuff here to do. The only thing that I have done is the basic stuff right here going along the route of killing the Naga. There is plenty of other stuff. Let's zoom out a little bit. And there's definitely plenty of dungeons to check out, because I gotta be honest, I really don't usually play through them. I usually come through with like power armor of some sort and just smack everything and then say, oh, done. Not doing that. The only thing I have on me are the materials I brought, my tools that I have with me, plus anything I make while here. We're also going to be setting up a bed here, so if I die, I should come back to this spot. We're not returning to the overworld until I'm satisfied. That might be a few episodes, I'm sorry. Anyway, so while here, I'll be able to use magic, like I've said. That means blood magic, that means Botania, so I'm going to be doing a little bit more Botania stuff. I'm probably going to skip over a lot of the early stuff, since I did do some of that before already on my roof of my building. Blood magic I may show a little bit, but I mean, it's really fairly simple to get started in. Also up on the list is going to be Flaxbeard's steam power, because it is technology, yes, but it is fairly low tech. It's steam powered, it's a little bit fidgety, and I just think it's really neat, and I think it meshes fairly well with the idea of having technology in its infancy paired with refined magic. I think it's really neat. Really, really neat. First order of business, though, I need to secure this area. I want to go ahead and make this a safe area to come in and out of the Twilight Forest, so I need to build myself up a house, and I need to ward this off. One of the first things I'm going to get to play with, though, is the Horn of the Wild. I've shown this before. What I have not shown is the Horn of the Canopy. So, the Horn of the Wild just basically knocks all the stuff off the ground. Simple stuff, right? The Horn of the Canopy does exactly the same thing, except it does it to leaves. So, if we go ahead and do that. Oh, I love that thing. These are, I have to be honest, these are like my two favorite items in the game. The only problem I run into is that they are fairly loud. Alright. Yeah. Look at all these little stubs of trees. Right. Alright, so I'm going to get started on this stuff. I will, oh, got a little bit of lag here still. Might be world gen. I will go ahead and get started building up a little shelter here, and when I am done or have something serviceable, I will be back to get started on something interesting, I think. Alright, and we're back. So I took a little bit of time. I'm sad to say that this did take a little bit longer than I care to admit. I started this probably last night around, say, about 10 or so. It's currently 4 in the afternoon the next day. I just didn't have time to finish. I had to do some other stuff for the evening, and then I just now got around to finishing. So this is my little home I've set up for the Twilight Forest. It's a nice little, decent little thing here. We have a nice bed. We have both a furnace and a slag furnace from factorization. I know I said I wanted to do primarily Flaxbeard, steam power, and Botania, but I figured this is sufficiently low-tech enough so as to not step on the toes of Flaxbeards. We got a little bit of storage, nice little crafting table. Probably change that into a workstation. What? Crafting station? Yeah, crafting station. There we go. That way I get access to the chest. I do like those. I wish it was a solid block, though. Doesn't really matter. So, but anyway, this is a decent little thing for my little starting area here. I did also make a little storage area just for like some bulk stuff, and that's over here. Now, it's not finished. I do need to go ahead and get some more wheat to finish filling in the carpenter's slopes that I got there for the roof. And if you notice, well, you might notice, that the roof itself, I tried something a little different. This is not an even roof. I hear steps. This is not an even roof. The side over here is much bigger than the other, and you will notice on the inside of that window there's a little bit of a slope. I can actually go ahead and show you that in a sec. Okay, if we go on in, once I get the ability to make a pressure plate that only responds to me, I'll go ahead and get rid of that button. But in here, pretty much everything is fairly simple stuff. I mean, this is just oak wood planks for the floor with a carpet. There is a reason for this pattern we'll see later, and I think it's actually really, really neat. I decided to use some cobblestone for the walls. This is thanks to Chisel. I really do like the pattern of this. I think it fits really well for the Twilight Forest. And just for something different, this is fantasy blocks, well, fantasy block bricks from Chisel as well. It's fairly cheap to make. It's 8 stone and a gold nugget, so it's pretty neat. And there's a variety of stuff you can turn this stuff into. If we come over here, we have a nice little open archway that leads to a cobblestone paved area. This is going to be where I will set up some of the Flaxbeard stuff. I don't want it inside the house. I'd rather have it outside. And I have a little garden over here where I've been growing wheat and stuff. I will admit I did take some wheat from my overworld base to get started on stuff, but that's from here on out, what I get is going to be from this little garden. And this is where my strength has been coming from. This stuff gives you way too many seeds. Alright. Oh yeah, my cobble gen, which is currently off. If I leave this thing running, I hate to hear that all the time, so it's up to 22 stacks, we're good. Alright, we have my standard little chunk loading thing here. This basically just keeps only a single ender pearl inside of the world anchor at a time, and since I have each of these stacks is roughly 8 days worth of loaded time, and I have a total of 3 anchors, so I mean that's going to last me for a very, very long time. Alright, let's go up top here. Nice little room. We have another carpet. Instead of the white that we have downstairs in the center, we have orange. I was originally going to... Actually, no, this is red, isn't it? I can't tell. I was going to... Oops. I didn't do that. You didn't see that. I was going to do the exact same pattern on the top and bottom, but like I said, I ran out. I've yet to oh, there's a freaking... I've yet to determine what I'm going to do to replace, to put on these. I could do just the spruce stuff, but I think that might be a little bit claustrophobic. I mean, it might not be too terrible. Let's find out real quick. Oops. Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad, actually. The lighting is off, though. It's a weird lighting glitch. I mean, I might just do something like that. That works good enough. So from the outside, it looks like it's a thatch roof, and from the inside, you get the wood slope. It's pretty good. The other option is that I could, for the bits where I have, like, this coming up the side, I could actually put down some spruce logs to make it look like it's running up to the top. However, that would be that one post alone, so it might not be that great. I suppose that works. That's not too bad. No, I was thinking that would be a lot worse than it is. Alright. Oh yeah, I ran out. I had a really stupid mistake in here earlier, and I accidentally grew a tree through my roof, and it's going to take me a while to clear that off, and I'm not looking forward to that. For now, let's just plug that hole. Anyway, up here I have a little botania area. This is just pretty small. I've got my petal apothecary, I have a monopool, and a pure daisy. I made this actually over here, so it's little stuff. So far, the only thing I've really done with this is I have made some living rock bricks, and that's about it. For anything else that I really want to do, I need to get a little bit more involved, and I don't have any of the other stuff here yet. Now, something that you might notice that is missing is my portal back to the overworld. And actually, if you're paying attention earlier, you probably know where it is. It's not missing, it's hidden. And I really do like the way that this is hidden. So this comes back to the carpets, this comes back to me feeling like an idiot for breaking that particular tile. Anyway, so right about here is where I entered the world, right? So there's nothing here, I can't go down. There's carpet here, so, oh no, I'm stuck, right? Oh, and if I die, I respawn here. So the way that I get back to the overworld is if I need to. Each of these little things here are existing only to hide this one little square. Beneath this, I have elevators, so if I go ahead and do a duck down, I am going to get teleported to the overworld. And the reason that that works is that I actually put elevator blocks below the portal inside of the Twilight Forest, so that when I duck down up top here, which has got some elevators, it sends me down to the elevators below the portal, which puts me in the portal and then sends me on my way. And now if you notice when I come in here, I'm stuck like on mid-level here. I'm actually walking on the carpet underneath this carpet. So thanks to that, I can just basically come in here, I hide my portal, there's no real way to know it's there unless you know. I just told you. Yeah, we'll keep that secret. I do like the way it's turned out, though. The only downside is that since I changed zones like that fairly quickly, it's going to be a second before the server starts playing nicely. But no, this is good for now. I like the way this has turned out so far. My immediate goal now, though, is I would like to get started on some really basic Flaxbeard stuff. And I do know some of the stuff I need, like the main ingredients you're going to need for most crafting recipes are going to be copper and zinc to make brass, as well as you make a healthy use out of iron. You can actually make some really neat stuff with like gilded iron too. It's as strong as iron, but it is enchantable as gold, which is fairly nice. Though if you have the diamonds, go for diamonds. Actually, I wonder how gilded iron compares to thaumium. Okay, here's Flaxbeards. Alright, so what I need to make, I believe, is a carving table right here, which is just some wood planks and a blank mold, which are just two bricks together in a pressure plate style shape. Good news is I happen to have a bunch of clay on me. Alright, let's go ahead and break this up with the right tool. And we'll get that bacon. You know what, let's not waste any fuel, let's get some more balls. Alright, so that's good. And we do need some more planks. For now, let's go ahead and put the juicer and the coal and string and the watering, all that stuff. Let's put that away. We'll keep the bread because I'm going to need to eat pretty soon. I've not been doing too well for food here. I've just had some chili and stuff, and between eating both kinds of chili, I'm pretty much tapped out on chili. So I've been relying on bits of fruits and stuff, so I need to find something a little bit better to eat real quick. Well, pretty soon. Okay, so we have this. Let's go ahead and make 2 of them for now. So we got that. And let's make this like so. Okay, so carving table. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and put this inside. That's neat. It's a crafting table without the junk on the side. Alright. So, let me guess, do you nugget, plate, ingot? Let's go for plate. Alright, so there is one other thing that I need for what I want to do here, and that is going to be the, where is it? It is actually like a little mold stuff you pour things into. It's right there. And that's just 6 of the bricks. And I think I have 4 made? Yeah, so I need to go ahead and make a few more of these guys. Let's do 8. And eventually I'll learn to hit the right keys. Alright, so while that's cooking up, I'm going to go ahead and make a little thing that we can use to melt this stuff. It should be a Crucible, yeah. There's two variants for this. There is the Crucible right here, which will take some sort of heat source to get going. And then there is the Nether Crucible. This one can heat itself. Since I have a supply of nether bricks here, we're going to go ahead and use that one, if only because I don't want fire or lava near a wood structure. That would be bad. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this like right here. It's going to tilt the wrong way. There we go, that's pretty neat. Alright. Okay, we got that out. Let's go ahead and make the mold. Now, I think for this mold, I want to place it like this. Yeah, there we go. And let's add it in a plate molds. Okay. So now this thing, whenever I pour stuff into it, it should make plates. Let's go ahead and get 3 copper and 3 zinc. Well, 3 copper, 1 zinc, excuse me. Zinc. So it's 1, 2, 3, and zinc should make brass. Alright, if we go ahead and let's close this. Thank you. And click. So that should take a little bit out of here, and that should leave in here a brass plate. Alright. And I think every time I open this, it'll pop out. Yeah. Now, I do need to make a few of these. For the first boiler, I'm going to need to use a furnace, and I believe 8 of these plates. So I am getting a better return by making the actual brass plates instead of brass ingots. You get slightly more. I think you get maybe like 1.5 or so. So if you can, and if you, oops, I don't want to do that. If you can, you want to make the plates. I don't know if you can recycle these guys, if you can melt them back down into the liquid stuff. If you can, it's not such a big deal. But pretty much every recipe in Flaxbeard that calls for an ingot can take a plate in instead. And it is better off using a plate if you can. Alright. It's going pretty good so far. We still have plenty in there. Oh, never mind, that's it. Alright, so for the 4 ingots I put in, I ended up getting 6 plates out. If I had just cast ingots, I would have gotten 4 ingots out, so that's a pretty good return. It's a nice little bit extra stuff. Alright, that should be brass. The only thing I don't know about is if there's a way to automatically cast this stuff. I don't think there is. Alright, and this should be number 8. Excellent. Alright, so I do need to get me some cobblestone. Cobblestone. You know what? It's not worth the effort of changing that. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so we get the cobblestone. Let's make a furnace. Clad it in brass. Okay, and that gives us a boiler. Excellent. And we are actually going to be taking this guy. There are ways within Flaxbeards to go ahead and like automatically refill stuff or make pumps to move liquid. I really don't want to mess with that quite yet. Right now I'm more interested in just getting a feel for the way the mod plays. So I'm just going to go ahead, put the boiler like right here, looks like a good spot. And with any luck, I'll be able to use this to put... Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Alright. So here is a boiler. This thing is used to make the steam that's used in pretty much everything Flaxbeard's related. It's not overly hard to make, as you can see. There is a problem, though. If you have these guys running and producing steam, if you make more steam than your system can handle, things will explode. There are ways to compensate for that, and the main one is by using a... well, you could use a valve that was set to just eject to the world that you can like turn on and it would vent any excess, thereby stopping an explosion. You can make rupture discs, which will, when they reach a critical point, they'll fail, explode, and release steam without damaging anything else. And there's a few other things, but the main thing that I want to get started on right now with this is I would like to go ahead and make some brass pipes, a hammer, and an anvil. Rather than bore everyone with my crafting that, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick cut. I might need to restore my client real quick, actually. And when we come back, we'll see what we can do with that stuff. Okay, so we're a little bit better now. I was going to go through craft all of the ingots, well, plates rather, using this. After about the 6th one, I've lost the will to do this. It is something fun, but like I was thinking for the pack I was working on, this would be something that would be in addition to magic. So it is it's an optional way, not the only way. So what I've done is I have the blue power alloy furnace, and I'm actually using it to make its brass, which is ore dictionary with Flaxbeard's brass. So it's good. Good all around. Alright, let's just leave that crafting up. Though I think this might be a little bit more fuel efficient than I thought it would be. Anyway, so what we are going to make right now is a hammer. It's going to be a steam hammer. Let's go here. Since I do have the plates, let's use the plates. Steam hammer. Excellent. Alright, let's have an anvil, some pipes, and some valve pipes. I'm going to go ahead and put the valve pipe right here. We'll have this coming off the back and around. And then hammer. There we go. And anvil. Alright, so what this is going to do, I can use this hammer right here to repair stuff using steam instead of having to actually do it myself. There we go. Alright, so that is currently open. It's currently closed. Good. So what this is going to be, if for some emergency I need to actually decrease the pressure in here, I can open this, and then it will just vent any excess steam. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some fuel put in here. Okay, that finally ran out. Let's steal some charcoal. Let's steal some coal, actually. And there we go. Now this should start burning up the water in here. There we go, steam. Alright. So what I want to use this for, if I click here, by the way, it's going to give me the anvil. I have to actually click on the steam hammer to get the thing that will be powered by steam. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I have a mana steel sword, and I have an enchanted book here I would like to combine. So it's going to end up being Fire Aspect 2, Smite 4, Unbreaking 3, Looting 3. That's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of undead stuff here, so I'm okay with that. The book itself has Sharpness 4, so it might actually be in my best interest to go ahead and make a new sword. That way it would be Unbreaking, Looting 3, and Sharpness 4. That gives me ideas. Let's see, is there anything in here that... So I can make gilded iron. It's +6 attack damage. This is +6. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do the gilded iron. And this does require ingots. Okay. Okay, let's get you out of there. And we're gonna waste. Alright, can I take the mold out of there? I can. Good. Okay, right click, ingot. Awesome. Alright, so what I'm going to need is I'm going to need 2 iron ingots, 2 gold ingots. Gold. Oh, my inventory, I have... Did I say ingots? I don't need gold ingots, I need gold nuggets. Alright. So, 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, unless I'm mistaken, that should be gilded iron. Nope, I just totally messed up something. Consult the Book of Armaments. Alright, let's see what we got here. Esteemed Innovations. What we are looking for is gilded iron. There we go. Alright. Oh, okay. Never mind. So I right-click the iron ingot on the crucible. 1, 2. Gilded iron. Excellent. Let's get a stick. Now, I do have some monosteel. I could make another monosteel sword. And I suppose that would be fine, but it's, if we're doing Flaxbeards, let's go Flaxbeards. Okay, gilded iron sword. So it looks like gold, plays like iron. Okay, click on the top one. We are going to insert the sword and the enchanted book, and we're going to get a sharpness 4, looting 3, unbreaking 3, gilded iron sword. Sword gilded gold. Gold? What? Alright. No fancy name needed for that. That looks okay. That is getting pretty full. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. And that thing just starts pounding on the anvil. It's awesome. Alright. And basically, this is going to keep doing this until this little progress bar gets all the way over to the end here. And when that happens, this thing will be completely done. Alright. So tell you what, we'll go ahead and leave that thing going, and I will get back to it when it's done. What I do believe I have to do, unfortunately, is get more water, because I think I didn't chunk load the water source that I had near my base. Hello there. Thank you for the wheat. Thank you for the gold. Alright, and water. You know, I really didn't want to, but I might need to make an Archimedes screw just to make sure that I have water for this thing. Stop that. How are you going? Alright. Let's see what it takes to make an Archimedes screw. Alright, so it's right here. So it is, let's see, brass nuggets, brass plates, and glass panes. I actually think I have everything I would need for that. I think I should have some glass inside of here. Or not. Is glass in here then? There we go. Alright, so let's get some brass nuggets. Let's get some panes. Alright, and then Archimedes screw. Just one. Alright, and we'll go ahead and put it behind here for now. I'm sure there's a better spot for it, but for now this should work fine. Let's see. Down? No, I think this needs to actually be water source blocks in here, so I'm not too terribly sure if this is going to be right. Let's get some of you. Unfortunately, this now means stuff can get into my little home here. That is not acceptable. Alright, and I need one more bucket of water. Alright, so if this does work, what should happen is that should suck up the source block, which is then going to get pumped into the boiler, right? There we go, perfect. The only issue I run into is that now stuff can walk up here and over the fence. So I have to find a better way of doing that. What if they can walk up half slabs? Yeah, that works. Alright. There we go. So we have a water source. this is being powered by the actual boiler itself, which means I am getting less steam to this now, but I don't need to worry about this guy. I think we're done here. Let's go ahead and just make sure that there's no other pounding for this thing to do. Alright, and clicky. Oh. There we go, gilded iron sword. Unbreaking 3, looting 3, sharpness 4. That's pretty freaking awesome. I do like that, I do indeed. There it is, okay. So, this little birdie down here should be a crow or a raven or something. Where'd you go? Raven. Oh wow, that was a lot of feathers. So raven's feather, which is used to make either arrows or magic map focus. Good. And then I can use that to just make a map. That's awesome. Remember when I said you don't want to let this thing explode? Well, in my zeal, I ran off with my sword and I didn't open the valve. And it exploded. So sad. So that does mean I just wasted a bit of brass and iron, because I lost the hammer, which had an iron block in it, which is unfortunate. This is not a world-shattering issue, though, because it's easy enough to get back to where I was before. Let's go ahead and get this going. The worst of it is that it turned off the, it got rid of the lever that was stopping this thing from running. Let's get you there for now. Alright, so I got the majority of my pipes, it looks like. I'm only missing one pipe, so that's okay. It's another fence is missing. Let's put that... There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and make another Archimedes screw. Okay, so we got that. That's good. This time we're going to go ahead and make some tanks. And the main reason we're doing tanks is that, as you noticed, it took a while for it to gain enough actual steam to be of any real use. So to help mitigate that a little bit, we're going to make a tank for it to produce and produce and produce at, to the point that it'll have enough stored that when I finally do need to do something, I can just release it and it will go. Okay, we'll do bam and bam. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our screw right here. And a pipe. This one we'll do as a... Nah, we'll just do a regular pipe. For now, though, I do need to go ahead and bucket in a bit of water to get this thing going. There we go. Alright, so that should start filling itself in a second. Let's see. So I definitely want to do a rupture disc, so that if this happens again... Rupture, not rupture. So that if this happens again, that I don't actually end up wasting a... First rupture disc zinc plate. So it's a zinc plate and brass nuggets. Alright. Alright, so that means that I need to go ahead and take this thing out of here. And I need to go ahead and get it out of there. I need to make this back into a plate mold. There we go. Alright, and I believe I need to actually melt 2 ingots, because I'll get 3 out that way. So that's 1. Oh, lever. I have a lever, right? Please stop. Alright, so that can do its thing. Alright, so we have zinc plate, we have brass like so, and we have a rupture disc. So if I go ahead and just slap this on the side here, what will happen is if this thing ever runs to the point that it is going to reach critical steam levels and it will explode, this will burst, nothing else will get destroyed. Only thing that'll happen is I'll waste fuel. and a zinc plate. And I'm fine with that. Now, unless I'm mistaken, the actual steam level represented here is only what's in the boiler. But by the way that the steam works, this percentage here should be a roughly equal amount of how much is in every single piece. So when this thing is totally full here, that's not just this block. That should be the entire system is completely full, which would be bad. Yeah, and our pipe here is completely filled with water, so it's doing its thing, so that's great. I could probably have this just filling the ender tank. Nah, it's fine like that. It's fine like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a compass. Good. We'll take the compass and then make a steam gauge. And this will just give us a good visual indication of the steam level without having to open up some sort of user interface. So we're doing good. I think this is probably going to be all that I'm going to be doing for now. I've wasted a little bit more time goofing off than I really wanted to do. I didn't get much accomplished, but I know next time what I'm really looking forward to try is to see if we can do something with some of the exosuit stuff. And I don't need trapdoors. Why do I keep doing trapdoors? I need sticks. To make some of the exosuits from Flaxbeard Steam Power. They're really customizable, and I am moderately interested to see some of the stuff that you can do with it. It's a neat alternative to modular power suits. Smash pour. Oh yeah, and it's apparently got integration for Rockcraft Smash Door. That's pretty neat. Don't think I would do that, but it's pretty neat. Anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a message below. And as always, have a good day. Oh, and don't plant a tree in your house. That's craziness. Completely craziness.